Dating or trying to date as a single mom is so hard. And it's so hard because it's like you don't want anybody around your kids. Like, I miss trying to date or like getting to know people when I didn't have kids, because it was so much easier to drop them and go to the next. Like, I feel like it would have been so much easier moving on from their dad if I didn't have kids by him. Like, it would have been so much easier for me to just be like, all right, bye, deuces, my dude. But it's so hard because I don't want anybody else around my kids. I don't want anybody around my kids. I'm like a little cuckoo bug. When I say y'all I'm a cuckoo bug, I'm a cuckoo bug. Like, literally. It's cameras on in every inch of my house. Like, I don't even play. Like, I have to see what my kids doing. I watch them. Like, no. I'm a cuckoo bug. So I don't like just having anybody around my kids. And it's hard to date when you're like that, because it's like, I don't know when I'm really going to have time to see you. Like, yes, I want to spend time with you, but it's like, I have my kids every single day. Like, it's going to be hard for me to see you without them, but I'm not going to see you with them because I don't want them to see you. And I don't want you to see them. So it's so hard. Like, I was just sitting here in bed just thinking like, dang, I miss dating and getting to know people when I didn't have kids, because it would have been so much easier to just move on in life and just be like, I can go date the next man now. But now it's so hard because like I have kids and I'm overprotective of my kids, and I'm not just going to have any and everybody around them. Like, somebody please help. So my question is, single moms or moms who are now married to another man or date another man, how did you move on to that? Like, how did you get comfortable enough to have your kids around that man? How did you get comfortable enough inviting them over and everything like that? Y'all just let me know.
I often see that they have no support. It is just them. If they are taking the time out of their day to, instead of having a girls' night or instead of sleeping and getting some rest, take an evening to coordinate their child, coordinate homework, coordinate bedtime for a babysitter, just to step out to go on a date with you, you have to appreciate everything that was done that you didn't even see that she did.
Dating a single mom is hard. She'll cancel dates, short text, and not reply. She has no time to put you first. A woman who puts her child before you should make you respect her more. Be patient with her. Take her out. She's not flaking. Childcare costs more than the date you take her on. It's not about money. Spoil her with time. Show her you appreciate all the sacrifices she makes for her child with no help. Be her consistency, and eventually she'll be your everything.
Oh, don't date a single mom, right?
I'm dating anybody I fall in love with. You can have,
whether you have a kid or not.
You can have 4 kids. If I love you, then I'm gonna love them, and I'll just add them to what I'm doing. I mean, what I got, and
you'll accept them.
We'll be the fucking Brady Bunch. If I love you,
if you love them,
yeah, of course.
So like, that's a crazy thing to say, right?
I know a lot of good men that are well off financially, that are single, and we have conversations. Like a bunch of my friends, some of my friends are married and some are not. Around the board, no one is not being with nobody because they have a kid or 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? And some of my friends are 40 years old and have no kids. And so a good woman is just a good woman. And if she has 3 kids and she's taking care of those 3 kids, and then you come in and she's already doing her thing, like, cool.
I like that answer.
Yeah, man. It's like, it doesn't matter for me.
I appreciate
You can have 5 motherfucking kids. If I love you, then...
Really?
Yeah, then if I love you,
because
then...
a lot, they say that
If
a
I
lot,
love you, then
know?
these is my little people. And we could just be a blended family if I love you, but I have to love you.
Dating a single mom is such a beautiful thing, and a lot of us, we're so scared, like we're responsible for their children. We're not responsible for their children. They have their own dad. You know what we're responsible for? For the woman. We take care of their heart. These type of women, they're no joke. They're very independent. These single moms, they don't need you. They want you. They want somebody that could treat them good in their life, not just an option, not just temporary use, just because they have a kid. When you have a child, it's a beautiful thing. This woman can take care of your future kids. This woman knows how to cook. This woman knows how to listen, and she doesn't ask for a lot of time. She may not have a lot of time. She takes care of her responsibilities. She takes care of school, transportation, homework, showers, everything. These women are not here to play games. They don't have time for games. They have time for their kids, so stop wasting their time because they also got to spend money to go out with you. They got to spend money on a babysitter, so you better take the time to get to know her. But these women, these type of women could change your life because their hearts are very soft and they will show you the world. They will spoil you every single day if you just let them in and just give them a respect and listen to them. Don't just play around with their hearts. Bro, these women will give you their soul if you know how to treat them right. They will take care of you like no other woman. So don't be scared, bro. Because you got to understand, they have the best snacks as well. So I'm just letting y'all know, you guys are sleeping on these type of women. Shouts out to all the single moms. Respect y'all. Keep on fighting every day. Shouts out to the single dads as well.
Single mothers don't get enough credit. Who is she going to turn to when she's too tired to cook? Who is she going to turn to when she's too worn out to clean? Who is she going to turn to when she's too exhausted to do the laundry or take the kids to school? Nobody caters to her. But everything still gets done. She got all that responsibility and still got to get to work. Deal with the job that she's not happy with. But it pays the bills. It keeps a roof over everyone's head. She does her best to make sure everybody gets a birthday present, Christmas present, makes it to all the games. She's there for you when you need her. In college, it's a whole nother hill to climb. What I do know is she's tired. She's expected to be the one taking care of everyone, but you ever stop to think who takes care of her? That kind of weight isn't meant to be carried by one person. And I'm not going to leave the single fathers out either. The same applies to you. Single parents are a different breed, and I don't know how you do it. What I do know is you don't get enough credit.
Don't nobody want to say it, but I will. As a woman, if you already got kids and you're looking for a relationship, you have to be an exceptional type of woman. Period. See, if you want a man to love you and take care of kids that's not even his, you're going to have to stand out, sis. It's not impossible, but let's not act like there is a line of men waiting outside your door for that position. It's harder, and that's just reality. Let's just be honest. Most men are not signing up to take care of another man's kid. So if you want a good man, you're going to have to set yourself apart. You can't be regular. You're going to have to bring something different to the table. That means your kids got to be in order, respectful, disciplined. Because no man wants to walk into a situation where the kids are out of control, talking back, or running wild, and he's just supposed to stick around for that. Nah, that's not going to happen. Now, there are some men who will still mess with you, but they won't care about your kids. They're just there to hit it and quit it. And you got to ask yourself, is that what you really want for you and for your kids? Or do you want stability? Yeah, it is harder when you got kids, but it ain't impossible. You just got to stand out. Get yourself together, get your kids in line, and then the right man can come around and take you seriously. That's just what it is. Don't get mad at me.
Here's the craziest thing about being single mom dating, right? You have to find the time that you don't have and give to somebody that you don't know. That is wild. And you know, a lot of guys don't recognize what all goes into that. Like, if you have a date on Saturday, right, Monday through Friday, you have to think of everything. You have to cover all your bases to free up this 2 to 3 hours to give to this guy. And then, let's just say, after you scrounge for every single minute, you're still going to feel guilty for taking this 3 hours for yourself because that's just uncharacteristic of you. But let's just say it gets down to Friday or Saturday, the day before, the day of, and the man goes ghost. Or let's just say he said, something came up. I can't show up anymore. that's disrespectful to everything she just put into freeing up those 3 hours for herself. Now you're not just disrespecting her, you're disrespecting her time, her family, everyone that she included. She had to convince her kids that it was going to be fun at the neighbor's house. She had to go find money that she really didn't have in hopes that you might be the one so she could have those 3 hours with you and figure out if there was a step two to you two. But you disrespected that. Like, it's wild, you know? I mean, everything that you do as a single mom is impactful on your life because you are the sole provider. And here you are with all these unpredictable men. No wonder people just don't want to date. You know, I mean, it's just like guys just want to talk, but they don't want to back it up.
Fellas, I need you to understand this. Like, I need you to tap in. Matter of fact, let me just give it to you. Don't date a single mom. They're not for you. If you're used to dating single women with no kids. Here's what I mean by that. Number one, she ain't got time to text and call you all day because she got mama stuff to do, she got work stuff to do, and you ain't the main focus in her story. It's her child or children. Another reason, she's a hustler. If she's a real single mom, meaning that she don't have any help or little help, that means everything falls on her. So if she don't go get it, it ain't gotten. So she got to do it. I mean, she got to go get that paper any kind of way she can because she got kids to support with no help. Another reason, telling you now, she ain't got time to be sick. She ain't got time to be at home. And she ain't got time to be playing with you. So if she's sick, she really ain't sick because she still got to go, like I just said a minute ago, she got to go hustle to get paid because they got power bills to pay. They got car notes. Kids got to eat. Another reason why you shouldn't deal with her if you used to dating a single woman with no kids. And lastly, you can expect to be used as a tool, my boy. Her pleasure ain't for you. It's either going to be you for that night or the rose. You pick the one you want. You pick. It probably will be me. You know, I'm all right with it. But just saying, expect to be used as a tool, my boy. Because she ain't got time to been getting dug out all night. She got to go to sleep. She got to get these kids up tomorrow. So if you can't deal with some of that stuff or any of it, you might as well just go ahead and date a single person with no kids because you ain't ready for a grown woman with kids. I'm just saying. So leave it alone. I'm just trying to warn you, my boy. It's a whole nother story and your feelings gonna be hurt. I'm just trying to tell you, partners.
As a single mom, it is so hard to date. Like, I feel like I do not have the energy, the capacity, or the time to go out with these people because I'm almost like, if you're taking time from me and my kids, you need to be worth it. And then I go on a date for 5 minutes and I'm just like, I'm paying a babysitter right now. I had to beg my mother. To watch these kids for you. And in the middle of the date, I'm just like pissed off. Like, I'm so irritated that I hired a babysitter or that I had to beg my family for you. So guys, can we please really consider not wasting a single mom's time on a date? And I'm not trying to be like that girl, but it's just, man, it is not easy.
Single mothers don't understand that the second they get single mothers, even if they are good mothers, no one ever complains about that. It doesn't mean your value is not lower. The second you become a mother, your value in the marketplace of dating is completely lowered. Men do not prefer to be with women that have kids.
Men who date single moms are super interesting to me. Let's say you have a man in his 20s, 30s, 40s. Let's say he's in good shape, decent looking guy, has a stable job or career. You're out here as a grown man in the dating place. You could go to a bar, lounge, nightclub. You could go to Whole Foods, farmer's market. You could download dating apps, which I don't recommend. There are 50% at least of the population are women. A certain percentage of those women have children. Some in relationships, marriages, some single moms. Of all the women that you could choose to date and spend your time, energy, resources, efforts on, you choose a single mother. Now, for a second, let's ignore the obvious red flags of the fact that a woman chose to have kids with a man that she's not in an active relationship with, raising the kids. Let's ignore that. Okay, single mom. Well, how'd you meet her? She was out. More than likely, you didn't meet her at a grocery store, because people don't really do that. You probably met her out at a bar, lounge. She was probably drinking. So there's a level of neglect going on there. You know, what are her priorities really if she's out living her social life with a child? Probably doesn't have the income she needs to actually provide a great life for the child. And probably there's a discontented relationship between herself and the child's father. Let's ignore all that. Okay, so you meet a woman, she has a kid. Okay, cool. All right, what's your plan? You're gonna date her, go on a couple of dates, y'all get sexually involved. Okay, cool. You get to know where you have chemistry, compatibility. You enjoy being around her. And then, you know, hey, you want to go to her place, you want her to come to your place. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll come to your place, or you can come over to my place. Let me call my mom or a babysitter to watch the kid. And then you're just like, oh, okay, cool, let me know if that works. All right, works out, cool. So you go over to her place, kids, clothing and toys are over there, whatever. You make some dinner, have some wine together, have a beer together, and then you end up having sex and sleeping over. Oh, yeah, you gotta go now. I gotta go pick up my kid from the babysitter or my mom. All right, cool. Well, let's say you wanna go on a trip. Okay, so she's gonna drop the kid off with the babysitter or her mom or something like that for a couple of days, maybe a week, so y'all can go travel while neglecting the kid. Let's ignore that. Let's say you want to buy a house together. Okay. So you buy a house together, and now you got to pick an extra bedroom because she has a kid, and then you got to think about y'all's kids that you want to have together in the future. So we got to have an extra bed for that as well, or a bedroom for that as well. It's got to be close enough to her parents so that she can, you know, have a ready, available babysitter. And the dude's not in jail or dead, so that means that she's getting child support from him, which is kind of weird. Another guy's giving her money. She's got to go exchange the kid with him in person, a man who literally was having sex with her and orgasming inside of her, a man who was having sex with her and ejaculating inside of her, and now she's with him in private on a regular basis. Let's ignore that. But then you're going to have kids together, and then the kids are going to have half brothers, half sisters, kind of a weird terminology in the first place. Yeah, men who date single mothers are strange to me. I don't really understand their perception of reality. Anyway, yeah, maybe you want something different. Maybe you want to actually meet a woman and create your own family by a woman who has not already been jizzed in and copulated an entire human being inside of her womb, which changed her biology to have more affinity to the man who jizzed in her. I don't know. But if that's you, if you want to go and claim your own woman to create your own family, possibly join my online course and community called Jaguar's Den. Click the link in my bio, $7, 3 live calls a week, 5 hours of content, community of like-minded men who are not looking for single moms. If that's you, highly recommend you click the link now, and I'll see you in the community.
Hello?
Hey, baby. Are we still going on our date tonight?
Yeah, baby.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm happy too. I can't wait to go on a date with you.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best date ever.
Yeah.
I just know it.
All right, so look, I'm about to get ready for work, and I'm going to text you when I'm at work, and then after work, it'll just be me and you, okay?
Okay, baby.
All right. All right, I'm off work. Let me call her.
Has been forwarded to an automatic.
What the fuck? That's weird. Let me call her again.
Call has been forwarded to
It's
an
going straight
automatic.
to voicemail. She left a text. Oh, you must have thought I was here to play games. Why you ain't text me for the last 4 hours? My baby daddy did that shit. He was cheating on me. You ain't shit. He ain't shit. The whole male species ain't shit. You blocked. Let me Goodbye. try calling her private. Hello, wait, why am I blocked? What I do? Stink?
You ain't talked to me for the last 4 hours.
I was at work.
We'll go back to work because I'm done with this conversation.
Don't hang on,
Goodbye.
I eat it from the back. I just want to... Fuck, man.
I'm gonna give y'all some advice that my mother gave me that made me get my act together as a primary parent. She told me that you only get one chance to raise your children. One. Once these years are gone, they do not come back. My mother also told me that the love you give them matters. The words that you say to them matter. The times that you showed up and you were there for them matter. And even when you're tired, overwhelmed, and you're doing it by yourself, they see you. She told me that whatever you are going through in this season, they are not going to understand, especially right now. And while you're doing it by yourself, the late nights, the tears, the prayers you whisper when you think no one hears you, one day they're going to realize that you are the only one who showed up. And you showed up every single time. You were the one who held it down when the other parent didn't. You were the one who kept it going even when it wasn't easy. And that is what they'll remember. Not the struggle, but the strength that you had to keep going. Because even without the help, and even when your heart was breaking, you still chose them and you still chose to love them through it. So through it all, this message from me to you is to keep going. You're not just raising your child, you're raising yourself to withstand resilience and overcome adversity. And one day they'll be able to look back and say that their mom did not give up on them.
I'm sorry, I forgot to text you back. I looked at it at the red light, and then it turned green, and the kids were screaming, and then I forgot for 3 days. What's up, boo? Send.
My new ick is men that are trying to get to know me, date me, whatever, and not understanding that, like, the little time that I do have is not to be wasted. I don't have time for shit. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day so that I can work out for 30 minutes and have 2 hours to myself to get dressed for the day before my child wakes up, and that's not a guarantee that he won't wake up while I'm trying to get dressed. From about 4:30 to 7:30, I'm either having my little bit of me time / mommy time before he wakes up, or it's full mommy time because he'll wake up when I wake up. From 7:30 to about 4 o'clock, I'm at work. I'm working. I'm with clients. I'm going to networking events. I'm doing everything that I have to do. From 4:30 to about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm back in mommy mode. I'm doing dinner, bath, books, spending time with my child, all the good stuff until he goes to bed. From about 8:30, 9 o'clock to about 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm finishing up any of the work that I couldn't get done and also trying to have downtime and taking my showers and all that good stuff before I hopefully go to bed by 11:30. And hopefully I'm in bed by 11:30 because why? I'm waking up at 4:30 a.m. to do this shit all over again the next day. I only have one free day out of the week, well, baby free day out of the week, which is Wednesdays. He goes with his dad, and I enjoy that time, but I'm still working. And I use that after work time to either go on a solo date, have dinner with my girls, do something for myself, and I go to bed early. But then I'm also having to do laundry and all the other stuff I don't get to do when I have my child. So that's not really my free day. But I make time for the shit that I want because that's important. And every other weekend he goes with his dad, and that is my time to actually just have fun and decompress. But even then, I'm using that as the time to do the things that I can't do when I have my child. So in the event that I'm dating or giving anybody my time and energy and I'm making time for you in my busy fucking schedule, please don't piss me off by saying, damn, like, when am I going to see you? You don't want to talk to me. You didn't text me back because you're about to piss me. So I say all this to say, if you are dating a single parent or a woman who primarily has her kid majority of the time, whatever the case may be, a woman that has a kid or kids, understand that if she is making time for you, she must really fucking like you or see some potential in you, because we don't have time. We make the time. And don't piss her off by asking when you're going to see her. Understand her schedule. Pay attention to her schedule, especially if she tells you her schedule. And then plan shit for her, because the last thing that we want to do is think about planning something or answering a "what are you doing?" question. No, plan it out, set it up, and let me know when we can do it so that I can turn my brain off for 2.5 seconds. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Dating a single mother is not for everyone. If you want to date a single mother, don't let anyone make you feel like you can't or like you shouldn't. But if you're going to do it, here are some things to take into consideration before dating a single mother, and take this from someone that has dated single mothers in the past. First and foremost, and probably the most important one, is that you have to understand that her kids will always come before you, as they should, because a good mother will prioritize her children over a guy that she's only starting to get to know. It doesn't mean that your relationship with her won't matter or it doesn't matter, but it only means that it's going to be a little different from other relationships that you've had with women who haven't had kids. If you notice that she starts putting you before her kids, tread lightly, because that might not be the greatest mother, especially if you're barely getting to know each other. Another thing to understand is that her kids may not like you at first. That actually happened to me one time. She was in the shower doing her thing, and I was taking care of her son while she was showering, and he was getting closer to the kitchen and the knives, and I was like, "Hey, don't do that, you're gonna hurt yourself." Guess what he said to me? He goes, "You're not my dad, don't tell me what to do." I was like, "You little shit, you're not wrong. I can't get mad at you." So understand that those kids may not like you, and you have to be okay with that. If you stick around long enough and you treat them well, you treat their mom well, eventually they will like you, but at first they may not. Another thing is the baby daddy situation. Some baby daddies and some baby mamas are extremely toxic, and they won't let others move on. So these specific kind of toxic baby daddies and toxic baby mamas, when they see someone else moving on and trying to create a better life with someone else, they'll do anything in their power to just disrupt that. You might be at an event or a gathering where he shows up, and if he shows up and he's toxic, he's gonna try to start some shit with you. That's something that you have to take into consideration and really think about. But if he's healthy and mature, he's not gonna do any of that. This only applies to a toxic baby daddy or a toxic ex. Another thing that I learned is that sometimes they will flake, but not because they want to, but because sometimes the babysitter might not be available to take care of her kids. That is something that's out of her control, so that's something that you have to be willing to understand and accept. Can't blame her because the babysitter wasn't available. You'll just have to reschedule for next time. Availability is another big one. She may not be as available as a single woman with no kids because of her kids. Sometimes you might be on the phone with her, you guys might be having a great conversation, and all of a sudden she has to end the call because she has to mend her kids. That's also something that you have to be willing to understand. So there you have it, just a few things to take into consideration when dating a single mother. Again, it is not for everyone, but if you are willing to do it and undergo the experience, these are a few things that you should expect.
So this is just a little public service announcement, about love languages. I remember there was this one time where I was dating a single mom, right? And we had gone to Walmart, and I had mentioned something about a jacket that was there. And we left Walmart. And I think the next day or 2 days later, I came over to the house, and she was gone. And laying on her bed was that jacket with a note on it saying, "I hope this keeps you warm." Now, this mom had been single for a while, so it was just her and her son that she was spending money on. And she was on a budget, so it's not like there was a ton of extra money to go around. But she went back to a store to purposefully get me something, and then wrote a personal note to it for me. And I look back at that and I say, that when it happened, I was like, "Oh, that's really nice. Oh, I like that. Thank you." But I didn't understand the full depth of what that was. I didn't understand the intention and the love and the effort that was put in on her part, because in my life it's just me, right? It's just me, and for her to have done that and went back and to have gotten that for me, I look back and just, I'm kind of ashamed of just the lack of appreciation, though I did appreciate it, just the complete, to not fully understand what that act was for her, right? And how great of a essential sacrifice that was for her. So I just want to say, like, if you're dating a single mom, to make sure that you pay attention to all the little things that they do to make sure that you feel loved. Because though you might not understand the full capacity of it, just make sure that you're fully aware.